This is a brief overview of the Easy Speech software for an iPod Touch or an iPhone. We start the software. This will be the screen that you'll see. This is the text box. You can just simply touch on here, and if you wanted to, you could just start typing here. I'll type the word hello and hit speak.
Hello.
That's the Neo Speech voices. They're the very best voices on the market today. They are male and female, English, US are included. And let me come back here. I'll press the done key. Give you a tour around the screen here. So here we have our text box in its simplest form. I simply just click on here and type what I'd like to say. I'll type something else here. How have you been? Hello, how have you been? And I hit speak.
Hello, how have you been?
Okay, so if I wanted to, I could simply type everything I wanted to say and hit the speak button. In its simplest form, you could absolutely do that. But let's suppose we wanted to speed things up a little bit. I have here a button that says add phrase. And if I click on add phrase, it brings up a list of topics. It comes standard with about 13 topics and over 350 phrases that are built into the software. And this makes it easier to, for example, under chit chat, to add some other words. Now it says, hello, have you been? It's nice to see you. So I didn't have to retype that every time. I hit speak.
Hello, how have you been? It's nice to see you.
And let's suppose I wanted to, I'll hit clear. And let's do add a phrase again. Here's my topics. I'll go back into chit chat. And if I wanted to hear this spoken before I brought it back to my text box, I simply touch over here on the play button.
What have you been up to?
And you'll notice how the play button changes to a square stop button, so I could actually stop it in mid-speech if I wanted to. Here, I'll show you that.
What have you...
See? Now if I select over here, it will bring it back to my text box. And let's add something else. Do you have time for a coffee? So what did you do last night? Do you have time for coffee? So I have both those phrases I grabbed from the Add Topics button, and I hit speak.
What did you do last night? Do you have time for a coffee?
So you'll see every time I hit a phrase, it pops it back here to this text box. Now there's another way to create speech without having to keep typing and going back and forth to this screen. And you simply come down here to the bottom, and there's a button that's called Topics. It takes me back to the same topics. The difference is, though, now I can just speak right from where I am. I could say,
how have you been? What did you do last weekend? What have you been up to?
So I can speak just from here. Again, that's under Topics. So instead of using that speech text box area I showed you just a moment ago, just click here on Topics and you can do all your communicating right from within your topics. I'll hit some more.
Beautiful day. That was funny.
Let's suppose we want to go to the movies.
What are we going to see? 2 tickets. For The Perfect Storm. Thank you. Popcorn, please.
And so I can just keep navigating through my topics here and create my spontaneous speech with somebody, and as opposed to typing or using this add phrase function here. I could or not. But as an example, let's show an advantage of this again. What did you do last night? Did you have time for a coffee? And I'll say, I'll add more text to that.
What did you do last night? Do you have time for a coffee? I'm pretty tired today.
I could save that. I hit the done and just click here under Save Text. Now, I could clear this and blah, blah, blah. I could keep using my software. And let's suppose I wanted to bring back that text. I just hit Load Text, and there it is. What did you do last night? Blah, blah, blah. So I have a way of saving large amounts of text just under with load text and save text. And or I can add a topic, or I can use this topics button to speak directly right from within my topics area. The last thing I'd like to show you is this great new feature we call Share. Share has a built-in link to our server, so we can get phrases, or you can get phrases that how quickly they come up right from our server, and we can add phrases, or you can add phrases to this too, and every user can share phrases if they want. So let's go back again. Get phrases. I can look in here. These are the phrases that are on the server right now. And there's one for Red Robin. If I click on the blue button, it'll show me what phrases are in there. We need a few more minutes, please. Or coffee and cream. Okay. Suppose I wanted that one. I simply touch on it. You'll see the green checkbox in it. And while I'm eating my fine dining, I'll check off Burger King too. And as soon as I press save, it's done. If I come down to the bottom here, press on topics, if you'll go down to the bottom here, Red Robin and Burger King have been added from the Gus server automatically. And there they are.
We need a few more minutes, please.
Okay, so that's a great new thing called Share a Phrase. And if we wanted to, if I add one of our phrases, suppose I've created a great new bunch of phrases under a certain topic, I can share those as well. And let's suppose it was looking at pictures. I thought someone else might like that. And we were hoping you'll be forthcoming and let other people use your phrases. And then you just simply check off which topics you'd like to share and press the share button. Do you want to share the selected topics? I hit yes. Phrases have been shared successfully. Now, they won't appear on here right away because we monitor all the phrases and topics that have been uploaded to make sure they're appropriate and there's nothing too adult-oriented or something. So we want to make sure that those are approved first before we post them on the website. But then, yes, you could absolutely be able to go click phrases or get phrases and pick those off from there. That is a quick overview of the Easy Speech software for the iPod and iPhone.